here we are at the end of the day of election results 2024, and for many of us, the mandate is a bit confusing. Narendra Modi's BJP has not won an absolute majority on its own, but the NDA has. The Congress has done a lot better. Akhilesh has done a lot better. UP has almost gone 50-50. Mamata Banerjee has done better. So what's actually happened? Let's reduce it to a bottom line. The first bottom line, is that Narendra Modi is back in third term as PM. It's his mandate, not the opposition mandate. They have not won the election. They have got a boost, but not a victory. That's the bottom line. Narendra Modi is going to be sworn in for a third term as Prime Minister. Bottom line. UP and Bengal were the difference in BJP not making 272. Everything else balanced each other out. You won a little bit here, lost a little bit there. That's what happens in elections. You can't win 10% every time. There is no alternate government that the opposition at this point of time can cobble together, which is why they're saying on moral grounds and this grounds and that grounds. There is no alternative government. This concept of we'll woo Nitish by offering him PMship and Naidu will come and somehow we'll find 40-50 seats that we need. This is not happening. Okay? It's a bottom line. Ladies and gentlemen, in a core aspect of election forming, the Congress has today gotten enough to re-energize itself. They've got 40 extra seats. Amethi is back. They've seen an uptick in UP seats, whose credit you can argue later. And they've challenged, Ajay Rai has put a challenge even in Varanasi by cutting the PM's majority there. So the Congress has got some re-energy, but they've not won. That's the bottom line. At less than 100, this is not a thumping return of the Congress. If you went back to Rajiv and Indira Gandhi and told them we've received 100 seats or 98 seats, 99 seats, they would have a shock to their system. Had this been 2014 and this result had come, we would be calling thumping victory for Narendra Modi. It's because the bar has become different. So the decimation for the bar of the Congress has become so low that this is a creditable rise, but that's all it is. So let's call it down in bottom lines. Akhilesh has had a wave in UP, but he's going to have to focus on the assembly elections to convert this into real power. He's got the Lok Sabha seats, but he's going to have to sit in the opposition. Real power will now be 1 year later when the assembly elections take place, and Akhilesh will then have to vie to be chief minister. So he's going to have to wait to capitalize on that wave into something more momentous. Mamata has power in the state, which remember Akhilesh doesn't. She has power in the state. What she has got is she's beaten back the BJP and she's made a strong point that I can hold on to Bengal. That's all for Mamata Banerjee because she already has power in the state and she's not gaining power in the center. For PM Modi, he is currently at his peak. This is not the bottom for Narendra Modi. This is the peak third term. You have to understand that there is going to be discomfort at not having a single party majority, but it's unlikely to really affect his agenda. I am firmly of the view it's going to make more difference. There will be inconveniences, but not beyond that. Please ignore the conspiracy theories. The conspiracy theories will tell you that the BJP has sabotaged itself in UP. The bottom line is the BJP has fought an election in UP. They've got cut. They've lost seats in UP. Akhilesh has done well. Give him credit. Don't get into the conspiracy theories. All political parties have internal contradictions. The Congress has, Akhilesh has, Mayawati has, and so does the BJP. But don't get into the conspiracy theories. Now, all talks that are going on, that there might be some compromise candidate, there might be some alternative PM, that the alliance might prefer somebody else, the RSS might prefer somebody else. Don't get on into all of this. This is all canards to throw the conversation off kilter. There is no conversation like this actually happening that there is an alternative PM because the election has been won under the name of Narendra Modi and the election has been won. It's a reduced victory, but it is a victory. The India alliance is unlikely to be formalized as an alliance in parliament. This bloc is unlikely to last when parliament convenes and say we are a formal opposition bloc. It's unlikely to happen. Naidu is back at state and center. Jagan is in trouble. That's the bottom line. Let's have a look at the next one, which of course has got to do with the BJP displacing Naveen Patnaik in Odisha. This is a huge deal, a historic both at the center and at the state, where the BJP has just done enough to form a government. This is an important bottom line because power has shifted hands. Rest is rhetoric. Where power shifts hand is when actual things happen. Rahul Gandhi has gotten his act together better this time than in 2019. He did the yatras, give him credit. He went out, he put together the alliance, managed it, took the ride, whatever. He got his act together better this time. Give him some credit. There is no doubt that the Hindu vote bank was divided by caste, and the Modi effect that was above all of this was not a factor as it was for the past 10 years, especially in places like UP. I want to take four points before I wrap this up. Indian democracy, ladies and gentlemen, doing just fine. It's alive, it's well, it's thriving. And if you are truly in the spirit of an energized opposition, you are thrilled at this result because you have a stable government. In an achieving prime minister, you don't have a cacophony, confused alliance, but they've gotten enough resurgence to be a more effective opposition. So from a sheer Democrats' point of view, great, perfect result, couldn't be better. Ram Mandir wave, there wasn't any, which tells you a story about Hindu chauvinism or lack thereof. There wasn't a Ram Mandir wave emanating. The BJP lost Faizabad, where Ayodhya exists, by a thumping 60,000 votes, okay? The government for the next 5 years is likely to be stable, more likely to see more entrants into the NDA rather than too many exits in the next few months. The Muslims of UP did not vote for the Bharatiya Janata Party despite the houses, ration cards, water and taps. So it is, identity still matters. It's not just development. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the Congress now faces the dilemma for 2029 also. And the dilemma is, do they continue building themselves or do they get tempted by this formula? Let Akhilesh build a bastion in UP and not us. Let Mamta continue the bastion in Bengal and not us. Let Aam Aadmi Party continue bastion in Delhi and not us. It's a dilemma for them going ahead as well because the experiment, many will say, has worked. So it is the combination of the Congress at 100, 120 seats and everybody else. And that's not good news for the Congress. They want to be at 200 seats and not be at 100 seats and hoping the others are going to help them form a government. That's the bottom line.